My dear countrymen, Namaskar. Mann Ki Baat means touching upon the collective efforts of the country, referring to the achievements of the country, discussing the strength of the people. Mann Ki Baat means touching upon the dreams of the youth, the aspirations of the citizens of the country. I wait for Mann Ki Baat throughout the month so that I can communicate with you directly. There are innumerable messages. My earnest endeavor is to read as many messages as possible, to brainstorm on your suggestions. Friends, today is a very special day. It is NCC Day. As soon as the name of NCC comes up, we remember our school college days. I myself have been an NCC cadet, so I can say with full confidence that the experience gained from it is invaluable for me. NCC instills a spirit of discipline, leadership and service in the youth. You must have seen around you that whenever there is a disaster, be it a flood, an earthquake or an accident, NCC cadets unfailingly make themselves available there to help. Today, efforts are being undertaken continuously to strengthen NCC in the country. In 2014, about 14 lakh youth were associated with NCC. Now in 2024, more than 20 lakh youth are associated with NCC. Compared to earlier times, provision for NCC has been made in 5,000 new schools and colleges. And the biggest aspect is that earlier the number of girl cadets in NCC was just around 25%. Now, the number of girl cadets in NCC has risen to almost 40%. The campaign to connect more and more youths residing along the border with NCC is also going on continuously. I would urge the youth to join NCC in maximum numbers. You'll notice that no matter what career you choose, NCC will help you a lot in personality development. Friends, the role of the youth in building a developed India is very significant. When young minds come together and deliberate upon the country's future journey, positively, concrete paths emerge. You know that on the 12th of January, on the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda ji, the country celebrates Youth Day. Next year is Swami Vivekananda ji's 162nd birth anniversary. This time, it will be celebrated in a very special way. On this occasion, a Mahakumbh of young minds is going to be held at Bharat Mandapam in Delhi on 11th-12th January. And the name of this initiative is Vikasit Bharat Young Leaders Dialogue. Crores of youth from all over India will participate in it. 2,000 such youth selected from villages, blocks, districts, states will gather at Bharat Mandapam for the Vikasit Bharat Young Leaders Dialogue. You might remember that from the ramparts of the Red Fort, I have urged such youth to join politics, none of whose family members or even the entire family have had a political background. To connect 1 lakh such youth, new youth, to politics, many special campaigns will be run in the country. Vikasit Bharat Young Leaders Dialogue is also one such effort. Experts from the country and abroad will grace this. Many national and international personalities would also be there. I'll also be present in it for as much time as possible. The youth will get an opportunity to present their ideas directly before us. How can the country take these ideas forward? How can a solid roadmap be made? A blueprint will be prepared for this. So you too get ready. This is a great opportunity for those who are going to build the future of India, who are the future generation of the country. Come, let us build the country together, make the country developed. My dear countrymen, in Mann Ki Baat, we often talk about such youth. There are many youth who are working selflessly for the society and are engaged in finding solutions to numerous minor problems of the people. If we look around us, we see so many people who need some kind of help or information. I'm happy to know that some youth have formed groups and addressed such issues as well. For example, Virendra, who lives in Lucknow, helps the elderly in the matter of digital life certificate. As you know, as per rules, all pensioners have to submit life certificate once a year. Till 2014, the process was such that the elderly had to go to the banks and submit it themselves. You can imagine how much inconvenience it used to cause to our elderly. Now, the system has changed. Now, by enabling the digital life certificate, things have become very simple. The elderly do not have to go to the bank. Youths like Virendra have a major role in ensuring that the elderly do not face any problem on account of technology. They keep making the elderly of their neighborhood aware about it. Not just that, they are also making the elderly tech savvy. Today, with such efforts, the number of people receiving digital life certificates has crossed the 80 lakh mark. Among these, more than 2 lakh are such elderly people whose age has crossed even 80. Friends, in many cities, the youth are also coming forward to make the elderly a part of the digital revolution. Mahesh from Bhopal has taught many elderly people of his locality to make payments through mobile. These elderly people had smartphones, but there was no one to tell them their correct usage. The youth have also come forward to save the elderly from the risk of digital arrest. Rajiv from Ahmedabad warns people about the risk of digital arrest. I had discussed digital arrest in the last episode of Mann Ki Baat. The elderly are the most common victims of such crimes. In such a situation, it is our responsibility to make them aware and help them stay safe from cyber fraud. We have to explain to people again and again that there is no provision of digital arrest in the government. This is a blatant lie, a conspiracy to trap people. I'm happy that our young friends are participating in this work with full sensitivity and are motivating others as well. My dear countrymen, these days many experiments are being conducted for the education of children. The effort is to enhance the creativity of our children and their love for books. It is said that books are humans' best friend, and what better place than the library to strengthen this friendship? I want to share one such example from Chennai with you. Here, one such library has been set up for children, which has become a hub of creativity and learning. It is known as Prakrit Arivagam. The idea of this library is the brainchild of Sri Ram Gopalanji, who is associated with the world of technology. During his work abroad, he remained connected with the world of latest technology, but he also kept thinking about developing the habit of reading and learning in children. After returning to India, he established Prakrit Arivagam. It is more than 3,000 books, which children eagerly wait to read. Apart from books, different types of activities being organized in this library also attract children. Be it storytelling sessions, art workshops, memory training classes, robotics lessons, or public speaking, there is something or the other to the liking of everyone. Friends, the Food for Thought Foundation has also established many wonderful libraries in Hyderabad. It's their endeavor as well to ensure that children get books to read with solid information on as many topics as possible. The Prayog Library of Gopalganj in Bihar has started being talked about in many cities in the neighborhood. Apart from youths of around 12 villages getting the facility to read books from this library is also providing other important facilities to the people. Some libraries are such that they are very useful for students in preparing for competitive examinations. It is indeed very heartening to note that the library is being used in the best possible way to strengthen the society. You too should develop friendship with books and see how it brings a change in your life. My dear countrymen, I've returned from Guyana, a country in South America, the night before yesterday. Thousands of kilometers away from India, a mini India dwells in Guyana too. Around 180 years ago, people from India were taken to Guyana to work in the fields and for other tasks. Today, people of Indian origin in Guyana are leading the country in every field, be it politics, business, education, or culture. The President of Guyana, Dr. Irfan Ali, is also of Indian origin and is proud of his Indian heritage. When I was in Guyana, a thought struck my mind which I am sharing with you in Mann Ki Baat. Just like Guyana, there are lakhs of Indians in dozens of countries across the world. Their ancestors have their own stories of decades, even those over 200, 300 years ago. Can you be on the lookout for such stories of how Indian immigrants made their mark in different countries, how they took part in their freedom struggle, how they kept their Indian heritage alive? I want you to find out such true stories and share them with me. You can also share these stories on the Namo app or on MyGov with hashtag Indian Diaspora Stories. Friends, you will also find an extraordinary project going on in Oman very interesting. Numerous Indian families have been living in Oman for many centuries. Most of them who have settled there are from Kutch in Gujarat. These people had created important trade links. Even today, they have Omani citizenship, but Indianness is ingrained in their personae. With the support of the Indian Embassy in Oman and the National Archives of India, a team has started the work of preserving the history of these families. Thousands of documents have been collected under this campaign so far. These include diaries, account books, ledgers, letters, and telegrams. Some of these documents even date back to the year 1838. These documents are full of sentiments. When they reached Oman years ago, what kind of life they lived, what kind of joys and sorrows they faced, and how their relations with the people of Oman progressed. All of this is a part of these documents. The Oral History Project is also an important basis of this mission. In this mission, senior people from there have shared their experiences. People have expressed in detail about their lifestyle there. Friends, a similar oral history project is being carried out in India as well. Under this project, history enthusiasts are collating the experiences of the victims during the period of partition of the country. Now, there are very few people left in the country who have witnessed the horrors of partition. In such a situation, this effort has become even more significant. Friends, the country, the place that preserves its history, its future, is also secure. With this very thought in mind, an effort has been made in which a directory has been created to preserve the history of villages. A campaign is also going on in the country to preserve evidences related to India's ancient maritime capability. Under this series, a very big museum is also being built in Lothal. Apart from that, if you are aware of any manuscript, any historical document, any handwritten copy, you can preserve it with the help of the National Archives of India. Friends, I've come to know about another such effort being undertaken in Slovakia, which is related to conserving and promoting our culture. Here, for the first time, our Upanishads have been translated into the Slovak language. These efforts also underscore the global influence of Indian culture. It is a matter of pride for all of us that there are crores of people across the world who cherish India in their hearts. My dear countrymen, I now want to share with you one such achievement of the country which will make you happy and proud, and if you have not done it, you will probably regret it. A few months ago, we started the Ek Paid Maa Ke Naam campaign. People from all over the country participated in this campaign with great enthusiasm. I am very happy to tell you that this campaign has crossed the important milestone 100 crore trees, that too, in just 5 months. This has been possible only due to the tireless efforts of our countrymen. You'll be proud to know one more fact related to this. The Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam campaign is now spreading to other countries of the world as well. When I was in Guyana, I witnessed this campaign there as well. There, Guyana's president, Dr. Irfan Ali, his mother-in-law, and other family members joined me in the Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam campaign. Friends, this campaign is going on continuously in different parts of the country. A record of tree planting was made in Indore, Madhya Pradesh under the campaign Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam. More than 12 lakh trees were planted here in 24 hours. On account of this campaign, the barren area of Revati Hills of Indore will now turn into a green zone. A unique record was made through this campaign in Jaisalmer, Rajasthan. Here, a team of women planted 25,000 trees in 1 hour. Mothers planted trees in the name of their mothers and inspired others too. Here, more than 5,000 people planted trees at one location. This too is a record in itself. Under the campaign Ek Ped Maa Ke Naam, many social organizations are planting trees according to local needs. Their effort is that wherever trees are planted, a complete ecosystem should develop in an environment-friendly manner. Therefore, these organizations are planting medicinal plants at some places, and at other places, they are planting trees to facilitate nesting for birds. In Bihar, the women of Jivika Self-Help Group are running a campaign to plant 75 lakh trees. The focus of these women is on fruit trees so that income could also be generated in the future. Friends, by joining this campaign, any person can plant a tree in the name of his mother. If the mother is with you, you can plant the tree along with her. Otherwise, you can become a part of this campaign by carrying her photograph with you. You can also post a selfie with the tree on mygov.in. We can never repay the debt of what our mother does for all of us, but by planting a tree in her name, we can keep her presence alive forever. My dear countrymen, all of you must have seen sparrows chirping on rooftops or trees during your childhood. Sparrows are known as Kuruvi in Tamil and Malayalam, Pichuka in Telugu, and Gubbi in Kannada. Stories about sparrows are told in every language and culture. Sparrows play a very important role in maintaining biodiversity around us. But today, sparrows are hardly visible in cities. Due to increasing urbanization, sparrows have gone away from us. There are many children of today's generation who have seen sparrows only in pictures or videos. Some unique efforts are being made to bring back this lovely bird in the lives of such children. Chennai's Kudugal Trust has involved school children in its campaign to increase the sparrow population. The people of the organization go to schools and tell the children how important sparrows are in everyday life. This organization trains children to make sparrow nests. For this, the people of the organization taught the children to make a small wooden house. In that, arrangements for food and shelter were made for the sparrows. These are homes that can be placed on the outer wall of any building or on a tree. Children participated in this campaign with enthusiasm and started making nests for sparrows in large numbers. In the last 4 years, the organization has prepared 10,000 such nests for sparrows. With this initiative of the Kudugal Trust, the sparrow population has started rising in the surrounding areas. If you too make such efforts in your surroundings, sparrows will certainly again become a part of our lives. Friends, an organization in Mysuru, Karnataka has started a campaign called Early Bird for Children. This organization runs a special kind of library to tell children about birds. Not only this, it has prepared a nature education kit to create a sense of responsibility towards nature in children. This kit contains storybooks, games, activity sheets, and jigsaw puzzles for children. This organization takes children from cities to villages and introduces them to birds. On account of the efforts of this organization, children have started recognizing many species of birds. The listeners of Mann Ki Baat can also develop a different perspective in children to see and understand their surroundings through such efforts. My dear countrymen, you must have noticed that as soon as someone mentions a government office, a picture of a pile of files emerges in your mind. You must have seen something similar in films too. So many jokes are made on these piles of files in government offices. So many stories have been written. These files used to gather dust after lying in offices for years and years and would start accumulating dirt. A special Swachhata Abhiyan was launched to remove such decades-old files and scrap. You'll be happy to know that this campaign has brought amazing results in government departments. Cleanliness has freed up a lot of space in offices. This has also brought in a sense of ownership among the people working in the offices. They've also become serious about keeping their workplace clean. Friends, you must have often heard elders say that where there is cleanliness, Goddess Lakshmi resides there. The concept of waste to wealth is very old in our country. In many parts of the country, the youth are transforming items considered useless, that is waste, to wealth. They are innovating in different ways. They are earning money from that, generating avenues of employment. These youth are also promoting a sustainable lifestyle through their efforts. The effort of two daughters of Mumbai is really very inspiring. These two daughters named Akshara and Prakriti are creating fashion items through fabric scraps. You also know that the scraps that come out during cutting and stitching of clothes are considered useless and thrown away. Akshara and Prakriti's team transforms the same fabric scraps into fashion products. Caps and bags made from cuttings are literally flying off the shelves. Friends, a good initiative is on in Kanpur, UP as well, pertaining to cleanliness. Here, some people go for daily morning walks, picking up plastic and other garbage spread on the banks of the Ganga. This group has been named the Kanpur Pluggers Group. This campaign was started by a few friends collectively. Gradually, it became a big campaign of public participation. Many people of the city have joined this campaign. Its members have now started collecting garbage from shops and houses as well. Tree guards are made from this garbage in the recycle plant. That is, people of this group also protect the plants with tree guards made from garbage. Friends, Itisha from Assam too is an example of how tiny efforts can lead to big success. Itisha has studied in Delhi and Pune. Itisha has left the glitz and glamour of the corporate world and is engaged in cleaning the Sangti Valley of Arunachal. A lot of plastic waste had started accumulating there because of tourists. The river there, which was once pristine, had become polluted because of the plastic waste. Itisha is working with the local people to clean it. People of our group spread awareness among the tourists there and put up bamboo dustbins all over the valley to collect plastic waste. Friends, such efforts lend momentum to India's Swachhata Abhiyan. This is a perpetual campaign. This must certainly be happening around you as well. Do keep writing to me about such efforts. Friends, that's all for this episode of Mann Ki Baat. I eagerly await your feedback, letters, and suggestions throughout the month. Your messages every month inspire me to do even better. We'll meet again next month in another episode of Mann Ki Baat with new achievements of the country and countrymen. Until then, my best wishes to all the countrymen. Thank you very much.